EIN, you got that first with your company name, and you go to the state level to apply, and it's no longer available. Now you have to do additional paperwork just to try to get everything balanced, right? We are doing a Make the Call to Get the Client challenge. It's a 5-day challenge, and I want you to be a part of it. If you are a healthcare staffing owner and you are suffering with getting clients, hospitals, nursing homes, whatever your niche is, whatever. We adore each other. We love being with each other, right?
No, I adore it. I enjoy it. I love it.
I don't know what you're going through, but we stopped by to tell you that what's in front of you is bigger than what's behind you. Your destiny, your promise, your future. You might as well shout before you get it, because God sent me here to tell you that what he has for you is gonna be big. I believe that it's my season.
That it's my season.
You ought to declare that over your own life. Say, I believe.
I believe.
Go, and you want that person to have that integrity, that professionalism when the door is closed. Because that's what matters. Is diabetic or you're diabetic, it's a chance that you might lose some type of sensation in your feet. So you always want to touch the water when you get in any type of bath water, when you're immersing yourself in like a jacuzzi or anything.
So how do you see your journey from that point in time till now? And what is it now that you are aiming for? What is it that you seek for yourself?
So right now, I'm just seeking to touch medical professionals nationwide, because, accountability kicks in, and that is what we have with our medical professionals. We make sure they are all of that when the door is closed. So
yes, that's awesome. And
that matters most to your family, your health, and your happiness. You have to choose happiness over anything. And my husband, I love him. I say, look, you happiness over anything. All right, y'all. All right, let's get to it. We are going live. We are live. We're live on both platforms. So let's answer this question. Let's go. All right. So I am the real Elisa Applewhite, your CEO 3 times. We are here with my 15-minute live Q&A with me, Elisa. Nice to meet you. For the people that I haven't met, and let's get to it. So why do I go live Monday through Friday, y'all? It's simple. I go live because y'all keep asking me questions. You keep asking me questions, I'm going to go live. I'm going to answer a question, right? And I take 15 minutes to answer the question. Let's put the time on. Boom. I take 15 minutes to answer the question that you asked me. And you can ask me any question. I'm going to answer as long as it's appropriate. If it's not appropriate, it will not get answered. You can catch us here at 12 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday. And Saturdays and Sundays, we have a recording at 12 o'clock. So keep asking your questions, right? DM me, email me, text me, message me, however you got to contact me. Facebook comments, Instagram comments, YouTube comments. Do what you got to do to contact me to answer your question, and I will do a live on it. And I'll give you 3 things on how I think that would be the best answer for you. All right. So the next one is, why do they call me CEO 3 times, y'all? This is deeper now that I'm growing in my profession. I'm a CEO 3 times. Number 1, I'm a boss over myself. Number 2, I'm a boss over my family and my community. And number 3, I'm a boss over the job or the business that I have, right? And that's everybody. Everybody's a boss at least 3 times. So you should be CEOing it 3 times anyway, period. Don't even know that you're doing it, but you're doing it. And most of us ain't getting paid to do it, right? I said I was CEO 3 times because we had 3 companies, right? So first company is called Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing. This is where we staff medical professionals in hospitals, doctor's offices, and nursing homes. Then we have TOTLHS Heart to Go Inc. This is our nonprofit. This is the agency that helps the medical professionals, and we take care of them holistically. That's going to be the baby that we focus on in 2024 because I want to grow it out the water, right? And then we have the consulting company, the real Elisa Applewhite Consulting, which is keeps growing. It's so huge, right? We teach everyday people like you how to build a healthcare staffing agency from scratch to government. We also help medical professionals to be the best medical professional they can potentially be. We partner with hospitals and doctors' offices and nursing homes to help them learn how to retain their staff. We go into public school systems and we teach the youth on credit building and entrepreneurship. We also, God, we do so much. We have a podcast. How can I forget? It's called Beyond the Scrubs Podcast, right? Where we take everyday people like you and listen to your stories as a patient or a medical professional. Y'all, we do so much with this consulting company. It has went through the roof, right? And I'm just like, pump your brakes. Y'all know how I am. I like to take on additional work. So, what is your starting budget in business? This is a good question. I'm so proud they asked a question, right? So, what is a good starting number in your business? Number one, you got to pick your number, right? You have to pick your number. I can't tell you a number. You have to pick your number based on the type of business you're in. What I can say to you is yesterday I did a video on how much does it take to start a healthcare staffing agency, and we came up with two numbers. One number I believe was $324 and some cents. The other one was $2,324 and some cents, all because of the different type of space. So it depends on what you want to open up and what you want to do in business, right? You gotta understand that everybody's number is different, right? When I started my healthcare staffing agency, I always tell people this. I utilized $50,000. I utilized $50,000 because I am extra. I wanted some extra stuff. My business didn't require for me to get to use $50,000, but I wanted a couch that was $3,000. I think $3,000 or $4,000. I wanted it. It was nice in the office and it looked professional. I love it, right? So it's like stuff like that, right? Additional money that I didn't have to pay. So I advise people, if you start a business, don't start like Elisa did. Keep your $50,000, separate 50, so 10,000 in each account, and grow your accounts. Okay, so you can have endless credit. But what I'm saying to you is this is such a vague one right here, right? There's no specific number to have in a business budget, right, to start your business. You have to pick the number based on what's going on in your business. What type of business are you opening? What are your operating costs? Is it going to cost you daily, weekly? Is it going to cost you hourly to run this business, right? Those are how you break down your budget. What is needed for the business at this moment until the business starts getting some money in, right? So that is your budget. And then when you do start your business budget, you want to stick within your business budget, right? So if it literally says you have no more money to spend this month, guess what? You are eating sandwiches and whatever out your food, whatever out your refrigerator. You're not going out to eat. We ain't getting no Starbucks. We're not getting any additional. If your business budget says you have no money to eat, that's it. You're cutting, you're trimming all the way down, right? And I speak for myself as well. This is very difficult when people put financial constraints on you. And Bradley, I love Bradley. He makes V-Streams. He makes, I believe it's V-Streams. It's the system that it's a big education platform. And Bradley once said, and this is what pulled me into him. He said, when men come to him and say, my husband hates when I say that. When men come to him and say their wives are spending too much money, you know what he say to them? You know what he say, y'all? Let me say what he says. He says, you're not making enough for her to spend. Boom. I said, see, that's the type of dude I like. I like information like that. So my husband was just like, so I don't think there's enough money to spend for you to make for you to spend anyway, but that's a whole nother conversation. But that's what Bradley was saying. So it's the same thing with your business. If you're not making enough money to stick within your budget, right? If your budget is real tight and you have no money at the end of the month and you have no money to do anything, you need to create another service or something in your business that can bring in additional revenue, right? So every business should normally starts with one form of revenue, but that business, as you grow as an owner and as you grow as a company, should know how to bring in different streams of income, right? So once you become an expert in one thing, that expertise can pay you multiple ways. So there's multiple streams. So when you are talking about your budget, when you're starting your business budget, you want to pick a number, and this number is literally going to be what your company needs to operate. All right. So the second thing is based on what you need to run your business. I just said that. What is your starting budget in the business is based on what you need in the business. Let me give you some examples because I want to make sure I'm answering this question right. So if I know that I need a copy machine in my business and a copy machine costs $350, it's going to be in my budget to have $350 for a copy machine. If I know that copy machine is going to require ink and each ink cartridge costs $221 a cartridge, then I'm going to put it in my budget. I might need 3 a month, right? If each printer machine requires 3 cartridges, so I'm gonna have 600 and what's that? $636 in the bank. In the bank. That's crazy how I just came off that number top of my head, y'all. Like, I really like math. I just thought about that. I'm sorry. Let me come back. So I'm gonna have $636 in the bank, right? In the budget, and that is just for ink. Like, it's gonna be just for ink. So that's how your budget has to be specific. And when you put money or assign money to that certain area, that is for that certain area. Now, once you look at your budget at the end of the month and you say, oh my God, I put away $700, $636 for ink this month, but we didn't use ink this month. So maybe I could take out $200 and use it somewhere else, right? Or use it to utilize growth or get more money or buy assets or something, whatever you do, right? But you put the number in the budget and you stick with it. So if it is $500 for shoes each month, regardless if you use it or not, that $500 is going to be there for shoes. When you reassess your budget each month, you'll say, all right, so we still got that $500. We decided to go without shoes this month. And now you can utilize it for something to pay down your debt, right? Because the goal is to get your debt not to zero, because I don't think business owners will ever be at zero. That's just me. Dave Ramsey says differently. I think you'll always own something. You'll always owe something as long as invoicing is going around, right? But it is what it is. Like, everybody has their own thing. But the goal is to get out of debt so you can have additional cash flow to be able to move however you need to move. All right. So the third thing, what is your starting budget in business? The actual capital you have or can create. So this is very important. Like I said, when I first started my business, I took $50,000 of my savings, and I literally started my business, right? So this is the actual capital you have. I had $50,000, and I took the $50,000 and I split it up on, this is going to be for the office space for 6 months. This is your girl like paying bills. When it comes to, let me say this again, housing, this is so wrong, but I'm going to say it. Housing, lights, water, and food, I'm going to pay it. Everything else gets second, because I've been homeless. I've been without, I done had my lights turned off. I've been without food before, and I've been without water plenty of times in life. Those are the things I just don't play with. I don't play. They get paid. We will figure it out. If we got Pat and Joe, if we need to walk, but we'll figure out the rest. And I'm just being honest with people here, right? That's just me being honest with myself and with y'all. So literally, you take the 50 and you say, all right, I'm going to pay the rent up for this much, the office rent up for this, or I'm going to pay the virtual address up for this amount. I'm going to pay this up for this amount, and pay this up for this amount, and I'm going to take this amount and I'm going to pay down this debt, right? That's actual physical cash that you have. Now that I know what I know, I would not take physical cash and pay down debt. I would use a credit card, right? Again, now that I know what I know, some people aren't responsible with a credit card, and I get it. If you're not responsible with a credit card, if you're not responsible with cash, then you need to stick with cash. Don't go to the credit card lane, because you're going to blow your life up. You're going to blow your life up, right? So you got to be responsible enough. But now that I'm responsible enough, and now that I know, I would literally take that cash, put it into a line of credit or a credit card, utilize that, get points from it, and build my credit. So I'm sitting down, paying stuff down, right? Again, everybody believes differently, but now that I know the information that I know how to, I try to be smart about it, right? Because it doesn't make sense. When you know information, you don't utilize it. You got to utilize it, right? And some people might not like it, but you got to utilize it. And that's how my preferences go when it comes to my bills and budgeting. So use the actual capital you have, or the actual capital that you can create. Okay. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to set my budget, but I have no cash at all. And I think for this month, right? I'm going to make $5,000. If you go to work, you're thinking you're going to make this money, but that's if you go to work, right? Something can happen when you don't go to work. Something can happen where the job can close down and you're not going to make that money, but you set out that budget anyway. So you set out that budget and you say, all right, I think I'm going to make this money, and $100 is going to go to my lights. $100 is going to go to my phones for my business. $100 is going to go to all the software and systems that I need for my business, right? You set your budget. That is how you start your budget, right? You start it with money or without any money, right? So that's number 3. So what is your starting budget? Number 1, pick your number. Number 2, based on what you need to run your business. And number 3, the actual capital you have or can create. All right, y'all. So if you find yourself in a bind and you're in business, go make some more money. That's it. Go make some more money. You are so more creative than you think. If you were creative enough to start a business, you creative enough to make some money, right? And it could be small stuff like we have stuff that start at like $10, $20 an hour. $10 to $20 an item, right? And it's just you got to be creative in what you do, right? After you build the social proof, don't be out there selling people stuff and you ain't do nothing. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's just crazy. You ain't do nothing to help nobody, not even yourself. But now you're trying to convince the world that you can help them make millions of dollars. Anyway, that's neither here or there. That's a whole nother conversation that took me down a bad barrel, Jesus. So follow me on all social media platforms. Make sure you'll follow me on all social media platforms. With people in the back, that's usually my kids or my husband. Follow me on all social media platforms. Go like my YouTube channel now. Right? Go like my YouTube channel now, right now, at this moment. Go like it. Instagram family, go like it. Go like the YouTube channel. I'm just so excited. And I always want to tell people this, I'm so happy that you're here with me. I'm so glad that you decided to be here with me. And God loves you, right? And I love you. I absolutely love you with everything in me. But what I'm saying to you is nobody loves you like your creator. Nobody loves you like your creator. So go and build a relationship with your creator, okay? Because that is what's going to sustain you. So until we meet again, until tomorrow, y'all, I think I'm going to take a little nap because I got a big day ahead of me. But I'm going to take a little nap. But until we meet again, I absolutely love you. And let's see you up there. I will see you tomorrow. Let's get it. Lisa Applewhite, your CEO 3 times. This is going to be a millionaire mindset. Tip number 1, your new friends' conversation should make your old friends uncomfortable or intrigued. Let that sink in.